ABC Action News.
Right now at 6, you're looking live at traffic just starting to flow again on I-75 North near Sarasota. We have live team coverage of the headache hundreds of drivers endured today. It could still be many hours before everything gets back to normal. Good evening, I'm Brendan McLaughlin.
And I'm Wendy Ryan. Thanks for joining us. Right now, motorists finally breathing a sigh of relief in Sarasota County. Crews just now reopening some lanes of I-75 North between Fruitville Road and Bee Ridge Road.
An early morning fuel tanker crash shutting down that 3-mile stretch of road for half a day. This is a serious accident that has inconvenienced thousands of people. We're taking action for you with live team coverage of this traffic mess.
Yeah, our crews have been there since this all started, and tonight our coverage begins with anchor Jamison Euler live in the field with what's happened now and news since 5:30. Jamison?
Yeah, Brendan and Wendy, the good news right now is that things are starting to move along I-75 here again after motorists were stuck in this traffic for hours on end today. That backup lasting a 3-mile stretch at one point from a tractor trailer that overturned here on I-75 northbound near the Fruitville exit road. That was early this morning. Now, from the crash site, the truck was removed just a little while ago, and crews out here, hazmat crews, are continuing to mop up some of that spilled gasoline from that accident. Hundreds of gallons of gasoline, as a matter of fact. And tonight, some of those lanes between mile marker 207 and 210 are back open, but it could take hours for the traffic flow to finally get back to normal. Our Carson Chambers has been out here along I-75 all day long. She joins us live now to explain what is taking so long as part of this cleanup. Carson?
Jamison, first I want to give you a look just behind us. These are the northbound lanes. Not too long ago they reopened, and it is pretty slow going tonight during rush hour traffic. This lane that we are actually standing in, the outside lane, it is still shut down, and it will be that way until tomorrow morning. The reason is these Department of Environmental Protection crews are out here. They are mopping up hundreds of gallons of gasoline just behind us. A very dangerous cleanup because of the fuel fumes in the air. That crashed tanker truck was topped off. It was filled with 8,700 gallons of fuel when the driver veered across the median into the northbound lanes and into a ditch. Fuel leaked all over the shoulder of I-75 between Fruitville and Bee Ridge roads. Firefighters worked carefully to siphon it with vacuum trucks to lift that tanker away and mop up the mess.
What's going on right now is they're pumping the ditch. As soon as they get the bulk majority out, they'll take soil samples. They're not going to work any longer than till dark. They don't work after dark.
So the bottom line is tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. these crews will be back on site. This lane will remain closed. These two outside lanes are going to be open, but it is going to be slow stop-and-go traffic, so leave some extra time if you are commuting this way tomorrow morning. I'm Carson Chambers in Sarasota. Back to you.
All right, Carson, thank you. And while some lanes here of I-75 northbound have reopened, you still have hundreds of drivers still tapping the brakes, still trying to avoid all of this traffic. For that, let's go live back to the studio with traffic reporter Lindsay Logue helping us navigate around this tonight. Lindsay?
All right, Jamison, the good news is you actually have 5 roads that go north and south you could take. You can take Cattleman Road. These are all going to be to the west of 75, Honora Avenue. You can also take Beneva Road, 41, 301, but keep in mind these are heavily traveled, and I'm already seeing a couple of crashes through those areas. So let's go to the maps. University at Cattleman, there is a crash here. One westbound lane is going to be shut down. Fire department en route there, and another one's going to be at Swift. It looks like this one may have just cleared Swift and Bee Ridge Road. That is good news there. If I can zoom in here and show you some real-time speeds. US 41, 14 miles an hour, 14.8 as you hit the split to 301. This road right here is going to be Beneva, 17 miles an hour, 15 miles an hour. These roads are typically 45 miles an hour. So just keep in mind a lot of people getting off the interstate at 75 to take some of these detours. And the folks who are on 75 to get past Fruitville, they're funneling through 3 lanes of traffic into 2. Definitely expecting to see these delays through rush hour tonight. Jamison, a mess and a headache to say the least.
It most certainly is, Lindsay. Thank you for that report. A lot of aggravated drivers who were stuck in this traffic for hours are venting their frustrations tonight. Some of them even going late to where they were heading, and some of them nearly missing work as well. Our Alex Hobson is standing by live to explain that part of the story. She's live just off of I-75 for us tonight. Alex?
I'm here at Bee Ridge Road. This is the exit that really bore the brunt of this as drivers were forced to exit off of the interstate here that were headed north for most of the day. The lanes of traffic that recently opened up have alleviated some of the driver confusion, but today several people told me they were very delayed getting to where they were going. New at 6, one employee at Doctors Hospital, which is right up the road from here, said about 30% of the hospital staff all showed up late to work today, including him.
Traffic built up, piled up, and there was nowhere to go. Luckily, I got off in time to get off after about a 45-minute wait.
And that was our Alex Hobson reporting. Part of the reason this crash had such an impact today, as you know, I-75, a major artery between Tampa Bay and Fort Myers. Besides that tanker driver who did suffer some serious injuries in that crash today, there were no other major injuries to report here. We did get 2 reports of firefighters who did suffer some minor injuries, one with a twisted ankle as he responded to this scene, another who went to the hospital for heat exhaustion. We're live tonight along I-75 in Sarasota. I'm Jameson Euler. Back to you.